Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and I'm here with a round 2 of keys to the game. In your words, coming from you guys. I asked you to comment, talk about stuff, you've done it, and we went through one round of it. We'll do a quick little rehash of keys to the game part 1. Then we'll take a look at keys to the game part 2, and that might wrap us up because I think we're getting a lot of repeat. The part 1 was so good and immersive and important. Part 2 kind of there's some rehashing, so we'll try and find more unique keys to the game. We started off, by the way, with don't neglect your ship farming, make a plan, consistency is the key, don't neglect your mods, buy LSB bundles, get CLS, have a great guild, focus on one thing at a time, and don't spread yourself thinly, and find a good guild. It's a marathon, not a sprint. All great advice. You can go watch part 1 if you'd like to get a little bit more detail on that advice. Definitely check out the comments on that video and probably this video. Now let's find some more keys to the game in your words. This one from Hurricane is a good one and also very specific. Conserve resources. Don't gear characters you aren't going to take all the way up in case they come out in a light speed bundle. Now that it's hard to gauge and plan your farming around a lightspeed bundle, but I think it's a fair assessment. And let's take a look at my roster here as we're talking about this. The thing I look at conserving resources here is, if you'll notice, all of my characters that I'm farming right now, I'm working on the 501st clones. I'm working on my unaligned force users, Seer, Juna, Tyr, and Malicos. I'm working on Ben Solo, Luthen. I'm working on my Jedi Knight Cal farm. I'm working on my Bo-Katan Mandalore. And I'm also farming some of the new Bad Batch. What you will notice is I have not filled in one piece of gear beyond where these characters are to take them down the road. I generally tend to, unless I'm 100% dialed in on a farm, and I know, like for instance, if I knew that I was doing 501st, period, if I'm going to do this gas team, it's the next thing I'm going to do, period, I would start filling in some gear pieces here and some gear pieces there if I had to fill in gear pieces here and there. But my preference is to save up as much of this gear as possible and just drop it all at once on a team and just get the whole team upgraded at once. That is my strong preference. It doesn't always quite work out that way, and here's why. We had the mention of lightspeed bundles. Well, we just literally had, and let me go look at this here. Actually, this isn't really why I do it, but it is a factor to take into account. Here is the Lord Vader lightspeed bundle, which you can farm, you can buy if you want for 48 bucks. It gives you all 4 of those 501st at Relic 7. I've decided not to do it because with all this farming, I feel like I'm deep enough into this that it's only 3 or 4 or 5 characters for me that I've already got close. I feel like I've saved up enough gear, but if I had these guys sitting down at low levels, I might do it. I guess what I'm saying is, maybe if you are a bundler and you want to get those bundles and you've got the 501st sitting there, maybe you hold off on their gear because maybe you're going to buy a bundle for them later if it comes out, or a bundle is reissued, or SLKR 2 bundle comes out, or SLKR 3 bundle a year and a half from now when it costs $85 and it's everybody at Relic 8 or whatever. Maybe save up for that, but I just tend to think that you're always better off saving up all the gear for a team whenever possible and then just spamming that team to their levels, to the levels you need them as soon as you're ready to do it, because you just never know. Plans change, characters come out. You look, for me, I was going to do 501st, then I was thinking about my Jedi Knight Cal farm. I was also thinking about Bo-Katan. I've got 3 different farms that I'm kind of focusing on right here, and if I happen to change my mind on one of them, it's not going to be that much of a detriment to me because I'm not filling in all this gear. I'm not wasting the gear. Do not spend this gear, and the comment is conserve your resources. Thumbs up, Hurricane. The next key, and I like it, it's coming from multiple people here. Knox says, I need to get this reaction, so moved up the chain here. Can I move this up here? I guess I can. Save credits where possible early game. Have a plan for the way you want. Manage credits and training droids. That's the same thing there. Wisely until otherwise, especially in the beginning. Watch out for credit crunch and training droid crunch crunch early game. Good, I got it in there now. Yes, I think that's a really good point, and you guys have watched me. I'm playing on Nooch 2 Perfect now, and I am in a crunch. I'm definitely in a crunch. On stream today, I went out and got some credits. I bought them in the guild store. Let's see here, guild activity store. I paid for some credits right here with my Mark 1 raid currency so that I could take Hera to 7 stars. I am definitely in that. I don't know if I'm in a training droid crunch yet, although I was very early on. Let me see here. Yeah, that's not a lot of training droids. That's not a lot of training droids. So you are going to be in a training droid and credit crunch early on, so you can't just upgrade. And this fades over time. You know, as you get your scoundrels up and running to get you some credit heist credits every few weeks, as you start to get credits through assault battles like with Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan, that's a giant credit relief on your roster, a big part of why I recommend them as a team early on. But you can't just level up all your characters every time you want to. I mean, I've got a lot of characters here that I'm not leveling up for levels or for stars because I don't have credits for them. I got Boba Fett sitting there ready to go to 7 stars and I can't afford it, so I'm waiting on him. My only level 85 character here, 2 weeks in, is Captain Rex. He is the most important character on my roster, and it's really not very close at this point. So I took him as far as I could take him, as fast as I could. So you've got to conserve, especially when you're starting off the game. Credits and training droids are going to be a challenge, and I'm going to add on to that shipbuilding materials and ship training droids. This is brutal, dude. I've got a lot of ship training droids, actually. It's the shipbuilding materials. I think that if I had to pick one improvement for the game right now that I'd like to see Capital Games do, I'd like to see them get more shipbuilding materials in the game in the early stages. They've got me going to level 85 in 11 days, but my ships are lagging behind the rest of them. I'd like to be able to do more with those ships, although today I did get my ships up to where I need them to be, so maybe it's at an okay pace, but I'd love to see more shipbuilding materials, be able to do more things with ships in the game if possible. Hey, here's a simple one, but it is important. I agree with this. Get all of your bonus energy. Guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all ages, every day you're going to get 1, 2, 3 energy, 3 gifts of free energy. Yeah, you're going to be stacking up energy. You know, your energy gains as you go throughout the day. You know, every 10 minutes you get cantina energy, whatever it is. Every 6 minutes you get regular energy, etc. It does build up throughout the day, but you're going to have 3 different points of the day where you're going to give you 40 each of regular cantina and mod energy. Then you're going to get 40 each of regular and ship energy. Then you're going to get 40 regular energy. That's 120 regular energy, 40 of all the other energies that they're going to give to you for free every day. It's not like the biggest impact, but over time, that energy really adds up. So I agree. Try to time your days out. And yeah, I'm not much for like having this game influence your life in a negative way. But if you can try to make sure you log in for those multiple times when they give you bonus energy, it's definitely going to benefit you in the long run in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Use the web store for freebies. Knox is all over it right here. Use the web store for freebies. And I'm now Googling. This is what you can do. Just Google the SWGOH web store on your browser. Go right to the store. You create a login ID either here or you do it up here on your gear. You go to where is it here? I know I've got an ID here. Is it here? No. Keyboard bindings, graphics settings, chat settings, time settings, legal help, audio. That's interesting. The PC client isn't really doing it. There's going to be a link on your phone that you link to the web store. So you link your game to the web store, and then you go to the web store and you log in right here. You log in, and there's all sorts of gifts and other stuff available to you. So in the web store, you get a daily gift every day in the web store. There's also oftentimes there are calendars here to cash in on. On May the 4th, they had all sorts of stuff in this account, and you've also got the Kessel Run over here for doing things in game. You're getting coaxium, and then this is cool. I've actually seen this on my phone, but they got Ray and Hans. It's only just these 3 on the phone. Cool. That's cool. Anyway, you've got the what do we call it here? The Kessel Run. I don't know exactly how this works. I know that I get credit in here for playing in game, and as I gather stuff in here, I get to claim energy, and I get to get Kessel Run up here, and I get to claim more energy, or a Zeta, or crystals and stuff. So you get lots of rewards from the web store. You should log into the web store every day, daily, for every account you have in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Kind of a little reinforcement here. Don't do something if you aren't sure. Wasting gear and resources sucks. Thumbs up from me for tech. You know, I said this earlier, don't go spending a bunch of gear on your characters when you aren't sure that's what your next farm's gonna be. That's actually really important to keep in mind. Really important. Another great one here, use SWGOH.GG. Tech, well, we're getting people are duplicating this in. Hey, if you got good advice and you got a good head on your shoulders, you're gonna put duplicate amounts of good advice in there. SWGOH.GG, you guys watch me use it all the time on the channel. When I'm playing Grand Arena, I'm coming in here into insights and looking at battles in SWGOH.GG. You can go over to your units and look up the units and find the best mods for those characters. What's everybody using for the mods? You can find all the gear that you need to get this character upgraded. I use SWGOH.GG on a daily basis for my account, absolutely, and I guess this is new for me. Join Blacks. I don't know. Are these people paying for advertisements now? I didn't know that we were advertising guilds on the man. It's the first time I've seen that. Maybe it's been there for a while and I just missed it, but hey, go check out Black Sun Heroes. I don't know. They're advertising for members, so there you go. Anyway, SWGOH.GG is a tremendous resource for looking at mods, looking at gear that you need, looking at Grand Arena battles and how you can fight them, looking for, it's all over the place. There's all sorts of great stuff on this website. Highly recommended. I can't say enough about BPP's comment. Rush Executor, get Jabba, always work on mods. These three things go hand in hand. Get Executor for your early crystal income. Get Jabba for your mods. And always work on your mods. We talk about Jabba the Hutt and Smuggler's Run 2 almost ad nauseum on this channel. These are the rewards you get for Smuggler's Run 2 just by owning Jabba on your account. You get to do this 6 times a month. The event runs 3 times a month. You do this twice on the event. It is worth 6 dot mods for your roster every single month, plus another little upgrade here. The value that you get from Smuggler's Run 2 is really, it's the best return on investment in the game. And when you're looking at the Executor, you know, we just harp on it all the time. Again, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but Fleet Arena is the place you want to be as far as, where are we here? Get redeemed. What am I looking at? Prizes? Yeah, there we go. No, ranks. What's going on here? Hang on. Prizes. That's where I want to be. You get crystals out of Fleet Arena, so I'm going to agree wholeheartedly with Rush Executor, get Jabba, and always be working on your mods. Start with Phoenix. That's another great piece of advice. Another Tech is all on a roll here. Tech, you're all over it. Phoenix and Imperial Troopers are your first 2 teams in the game, and that's why I'm farming them on Nooch 2 Perfect. Not going to jump over right now. I've said this enough. I say it all the time. Phoenix, Imperial Troopers, the best 2 starting teams in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is good advice, too. Get a GL fast, but don't rush it. Work on other important farms first. We can take a look at my Nooch Vader account. On this account, our target is Lord Vader, free to play, but along the way, we farmed a bunch of assault battles that are building up your roster. We got our Poncho Bros there. We got our Bad Batch tackled the military might. We had our Iden Versio troopers for a couple of assault battles as well. You know, we went around and farmed all of the assault battles. Night Sisters on there. We did a lot of building up of the roster and doing a lot of work on this roster. Revens are on the roster. Get a Galactic Legend quickly on your roster. You want to have a Galactic Legend. They're really important, but there's a lot of other teams that are really important on your team as well, and a lot of other teams that even counter Galactic Legends, but that's why I focus on assault battle farming. And we mentioned Phoenix and Imperial Troopers before. That's 4 assault battles for you that they tackle along with other game modes. You need to farm the assault battles. You need to be ready for other stuff in the game. So go get your Galactic Legend and go get your Lightspeed bundles that lead you to Galactic Legends, but don't neglect your assault battle farming and other farming along the way. I really like the wording here. It kind of rewords stuff we've talked about from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Have a focused plan with short and long-term goals. Treat it like an assembly line with one goal in the relicking stage, one goal in the gearing stage, one goal in the sharding stage. Those are teams. You have your team you're finishing in the relicking stage, your next team you're working on is in the gearing stage or getting, ships farmed up, and one goal you're sharding for getting shards for that team. I really like the assembly line treatment here. And then Z Legolas Z is mods, 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 and mods, and mods, and mods, and mods. I like both those comments. They kind of reinforce stuff we've already talked about here. I also like this one from Aha. Having fun and learning from your mistakes is more important than blank. I get that. Maybe the significant other took the phone at that point. Pay attention to me. We have a relationship. You can't constantly be on Discord, or maybe mom took the phone. I don't know. But Aha's onto something here. You're gonna make mistakes, and learning from I'm still making them. I'm still making mistakes, and I'm still looking at things and thinking, was this a mistake or was it not? Learning from your mistakes. I'm a guy. I'm a tactile learner, right? And I think most people are. You learn by doing it. You learn by you can teach me all this stuff, but I got to do it to figure it out. I'm gonna make mistakes because I'm doing it on my own, but those mistakes teach me stuff for later. And sometimes I make mistakes on purpose. I try stuff out. Like I just showed you, Iden Versio, for those assault battles, she was fine, but she's not nearly as good as the General Veers team for assault battles. Like, not even close. It's not even like in the same ballpark. She worked, but I had to relic up the whole team, and it was a lot more expensive than just getting Veers and Piet and Range Trooper and a couple others to do my assault battles. So you learn from mistakes. I make mistakes on purpose in the Bad Batch too for Military Might, just not as good as your CLS team. So learn from your mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, and I do them on purpose sometimes just so we can learn a little bit more about the game. Here's something that I can learn from Durf. Don't get mad in Grand Arena. There's a reason a high galactic power account is at your rank. It's most likely they don't play often or they miss battles. Just do what you can. You'll climb eventually. We all know that I'm in Kyber 3 on my main account, working to get to Kyber 2 and trying to get to Kyber 1 by the end of the year. Sometimes I get frustrated. I think you're probably in the same boat. I will say I don't get frustrated very much on my Lord Vader account. I play a lot of Grand Arena here, and I just realize, you just have to realize you're gonna be punching up almost all of the time. It's always bigger rosters. It's always people that are pushing you around. It's just gonna keep happening over. Did I have this out there for my 3v3 defense? That can't be right. Did we just play 3v3? I felt like I had a full defense out there. Or did we just play 5v5? I think we just played 3v3. Oh, I know what's going on here. I wasn't, they put me in Bronzium. Okay, woo! Woo! Okay, they put me in Bronzium. I need more teams now. That's what's going on. Anyway, you're going to climb eventually. I'm in Bronzium. I have no Galactic Legends. I do beat people with bigger rosters. Sometimes I just beat them head to head. Sometimes they just don't show up and play. And then other times, if they've got 3 Galactic Legends and they show up, I'm just dead. It is what it is. Getting bent about it won't help you. I do get a little bent in Kyber 3 sometimes because I feel like I should perform better than I do. But sometimes people just outmod me or have a comp that I'm not used to playing against, and I don't do very well. So don't get mad at GAC. Do as I say, not as I do, because sometimes I get a little mad. This is great advice from Pikachu on Kebab. Don't push yourself too hard, and don't expect yourself to play every day to the best of your ability. If you're burned out, take a break or you'll lose all motivation to play. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking a break from the game if it's wearing you down. Let me give you this example, and I've done this. If you're out to lunch with the family and you're running to the bathroom to do Territory Wars or remod a character to get ready for Territory Wars or Grand Arena or whatever, it's probably time to take a break. Now, some of you, that's your lifestyle, and I think that, the top 5% of the game, they love doing that as their lifestyle. Congratulations. I did it myself for a couple, 2, 3, 4 years, and eventually I burned out. I left the game. I came back, and I said, I just can't do that anymore. I'm now managing 3 or 4 accounts and running between a couple other different games, And no, I don't run out. When I'm at the restaurant, I'm present. When I'm at the movie, I'm present. I spend the time with the family, not bragging, because when we're upstairs watching TV, I'm gaming. But you get the idea. Don't burn yourself out. It's not worth it. It's a game. Make sure you're having fun and playing at your pace, and a pace that makes sense with your life. I like this one too from Dakun, and I think we will wrap it up with this one, and maybe we will have a part 3 here. We'll get to a part 3. I think we got plenty more to go. It seems like there's a lot of repeat here, but there's also a lot of new stuff and new ways of looking at things. Don't feel forced to follow a set path. Collect what you want and enjoy to collect, as long as you take them one step at a time. What great advice. You know, guys, this channel is all about farming guides and looking for the most efficient ways to do things and saying, hey, this is the perfect farming guide. And it may well be the perfect farming guide, but you got to do things that help you enjoy the game. If you want to go farm Lord Vader and you're just determined to do it, have at thee. Go farm Lord Vader. Have fun. Go pay money for the clones or farm them later when they come out. If you want to farm Night Sisters because you just love Night Sisters, get your passion project on. Be a man of the woods. I don't know where that came from. Do what you want to do in the game. There are the most efficient ways of farming the game. And I do believe starting with Phoenix and Imperial Troopers, farming your way toward Executor, getting Jabba the Hutt. I think these are, and getting your Poncho Bros, Padawan, Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, and eventually your Pretty Pals. I think these are the best ways to farm the game, and your assault battles, it's going to lead to the best results. But you're playing a game, and the best results aren't always the most important results. And you can see that I've done stupid things. I was bragging on myself earlier. Look at Stormtrooper here. Look at Stormtrooper. He's got 5 out of 6 gear pieces filled out. Zalbar was necessary to get enough galactic power for the event. I did this because I thought I was going to end up maxing out Stormtrooper, and I made a mistake here. That just goes. I just noticed this, by the way. I made a mistake. I should not have added these other gear pieces to Stormtrooper until I was 100% sure. And what happened was, before I had this piece ready, I realized even relicking Stormtrooper was not going to help my Iden Versio team perform better in the assault battles. And so I skipped it, and I wasted all of those 5 pieces of gear. Wasted. Absolute waste on this account. Anyway, don't be scared and don't be concerned. You really want to get your Ewoks up and running because your name is Gerbil and you love Ewoks. Congratulations, get your Ewoks up and running. There's nothing wrong with farming the teams that you want to farm or trying something new or doing something outside of the box, because there's so much in this game. There are so many characters, and the great thing about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, the truly great thing about this game, and you guys know I've started playing other games on this channel, this is not a loot box farming game. This is a pick your path and go farm it kind of game. You can pick whatever path you want. You can choose the path that you want to do and go directly down it. You love Ahsoka and Baylan Skoll, more power to you. You've chosen one of the most difficult and long-winded farms in the game, but that's what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Maybe you want to do the most efficient thing. Congratulations. Maybe a Lightspeed bundle got you distracted. Congratulations. Do the things you want to do in the game. You'll have fun. You'll be in great shape. Welcome to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. This is Keys to the Game Part 2. There will be a Part 3 probably later this week because I'm on vacation and we're going to keep publishing these things. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Always remember, Nooch too good.